Growing up as a little girl or as a person in general, we always have our childhood aspirations, our childhood dreams, what we call childhood dreams, childhood fantasies. According to us at that age, we know we have everything figured out in our heads. We know what we want to become. We've planned everything out. We've drawn our vision boards. And then we get to our teenagehood and things start changing depending on what we are surrounded by, or depending on how we are being brought up or how we are growing. And then we get to adulthood and things start changing again, and we keep on changing our vision board and our dreams and aspiration. And I don't know how much it has changed for you, but a lot has changed for me. And I must say I am really grateful to God for all these experiences that I went through, because all of this actually shaped me and made me who I am. I am not where I want to be yet, but I know I am on my way to where I want to be. You get it? So if you're interested in this video, then keep watching. Anyways, guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ebane Raisa, and you're welcome to Ebane Raisa Unscripted, my little chat room where I share my thoughts on topics related to faith, relationship, motherhood, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of these topics, please stick to this channel. Please just stick to this channel. And what do you do by sticking? You better subscribe. And by the way, for my new subscribers, you're welcome. If you're watching my video for the very first time and you've not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do go subscribe to my channel. Make yourself very comfortable by subscribing. Click the notification bell, like my videos, share my videos, and of course leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I'm going to be replying every comment. Anyways, guys, let's get into like I said at the beginning of this video, as young children growing up, we all have our childhood fantasies. We all have our childhood dreams. When you ask a little child, what do you want to become? I want to become a doctor. I want to become a pilot. I want to become this. I want to become that. All those sweet jobs and all of that. When you get to your teenage age, things start changing. When you get to your adulthood, things start changing, and you discover that your vision board is actually being modified. For some people, they actually erase everything and rewrite everything and rewrite something totally new. For me, mine kept changing as time went by. Rather, mine was actually being modified as time went by. There was a point in my life that, let's say, when I was growing up, I didn't actually know what I want to become. I didn't actually know what I really wanted to do with my life. I was like just existing. I was just existing, and a lot of factors contributed to this, which I'm going to make in another video. So watch out for that video. A lot of factors contributed to me not actually knowing who I am, or not actually knowing who I want to become. I always say that my growing up and my upbringing is actually under the mercy of God, and it's actually by the grace of God that I am what I am today. Because if not, I don't know the kind of person that I would have been, considering what I went through. So growing up, I didn't know who I wanted to become. I was just living life as I saw it. I was just living each day as I saw it. I wake up, I take my bath, I do my house chores, I go to school, come back, go to church, come back, read my books and all those good stuff. So I didn't know any other thing aside all this. I couldn't actually say, if you asked me then, Raisa, what do you want to become in the future? I will not know. I won't even, I was totally blank. Getting to my teenage age and maybe, let's say around lower C, upper C, I started drawing my vision board little by little. I started drawing my vision board based on the milieu I found myself and based on how I grew up. So I didn't think I could actually get more out of where I am, or I could actually be more than what I think I am. You get? So I actually limited myself. There was a lot that I didn't know I could do with myself. I didn't even know who I am actually. I could not even identify myself. I didn't even know my true identity. When I say true identity, I mean my personality. Even till now, to an extent, I'm still discovering myself. I'm still discovering the kinds of things that I like and the kinds of things that I do not like, and the ways in which I can react to certain situations. You get? So I'm still trying to discover all of that. I'm still discovering myself, trying to bring out who is this writer, who is writer, what is writer capable of doing, what is writer capable of, who is she, creating an identity for myself. So when I got to lower C, I started drawing up my vision board, and at that time I started saying, okay, I want to become like this, I want to become, if they told me that I would ever want to become a teacher at that time, I would have refused. At that time, what I wanted to become was a flight hostess. Yes, I've always, from lower seat, I've always loved being a flight hostess. I've always loved to talk. I've always loved, that's, I found myself loving a situation where I can talk, but I was not inclined to journalism. I was not thinking of journalism, but I wanted a situation where I can talk. I don't know if you get. So I started thinking of flight hostess, and one thing led to another. I wrote my O level, wrote my advanced level, and when it was time for me to go to the university, I went to the university. I did management. I did management in the university, and then after that, I started asking myself, right, so what next? With this country that we are living in now, you just go to the university, no backup plan, nothing, because the country is actually hard. It's really hard to live in Cameroon. It's really hard to live in Africa. Cameroon is not a country where you just come out of school and then you have a job. And you know that once you finish school, everybody starts expecting you to be independent, to start taking care of yourself and stuff like that. So after I completed school, what next? I didn't have any handwork. I didn't have any other thing that I could do with myself. And mind you, I had already built a barrier around me. To me, I knew that I cannot go beyond a particular sphere of my life. I knew I could not do certain things. I knew I was limited. That I didn't even have self-confidence. I didn't have confidence in myself in doing a whole lot of things. Once again, because of my upbringing, or because of the situation surrounding how I was born and brought up. You get? So I had a lot of limitations. I put up a lot of limitations on myself. So at that point, I went back to my drawing board. I went back to my vision board, and I asked myself, on all these things that I have written, what stands out for me? What's that thing that I know that if I don't do it, I'm going to be feeling itchiness in my body? And I know I love talking. So I still went back into that flight hostess. I know being a flight hostess doesn't mean you will have to talk, but I just loved it. So one of our uncles in church gave me a link, or gave me a connection on how to apply for it. So I applied, and I kept on waiting and waiting. And my brothers and my sisters, you know how Cameroon is. I was accepted on the condition that I had a particular amount of money to pay, and I could not do it. So nobody should come here and come and judge me, oh please. Nobody should come and judge me that bribing and whatsoever. No. I'm not saying that you should go and bribe. I'm not saying that you should not bribe. Do what works for you. For me, I didn't see it as something that I could do, so I had to let go. Even if I had the money at that time, because I could as well still ask my father, but I don't know, I could not do it because my faith doesn't allow me to do something like that. So I had to let go of that. And then I became stranded again. I didn't know what to do. But then I started applying, and that was when I discovered that when life hits me, hey, when adulthood hit me hard. Yeah, you know that song that they say adulthood is a scam. When adulthood hit me hard, then I knew that a whole lot needed to be done. I had to do a lot about myself. So I started thinking. My dad wanted me to continue my education, and then I asked myself that no matter how much I go to school, if I finish and I don't have a job, then what's the need? Though education is not useless, no certificate is useless, but then we have to survive. You cannot just be going to school, and you don't have anything to eat at the end of the day. My dad will not always be there for me for the rest of his life. So I had to think out of the box. I had to do something, and that was when my hustling started. So I went back to my vision board, went back to my plan, started drawing my vision board all over again. And then that was when I started teaching in nursery school. I did that for some years, I think for about 2 years. And that was when I wrote and said, and to the glory of God, I was taken. I went in and I went to school. While I was still in and said, a lot of bass blows were hitting me, and that was a period where I was going through the toughest seasons of my entire life. Eh? If I didn't die that season, if I didn't cry that season, I don't know if anything emotional will ever cry me again, because life showed me pepper. I went through a lot, and that a lot that I went through within that short period of time shaped a lot about me. It actually brought out something in me. It actually made me realize how much I can take, and it made me realize that no, Raisa, there's a lot of potential in you. There's a lot in you that you need to dig out, that you need to grow, you need to nurture. And after I completed and I was posted and I started work, not long after, marriage came. When I got married, it was like God had defined everything for me in the hands of my husband. I don't know if you get, because after I got married, God used him to organize my life and then made me to understand the kind of person that I am and understand my potential. He brought out my identity. You see, the vision board that I had before, it's a totally different thing right now. And then motherhood also brought a totally different person out of me. So why am I sharing all of this? I'm sharing all of this because I want all of us as young girls and young boys to know that no matter the stage in life that you're in, have an open mind. When I say have an open mind, I mean know that anything can change in your life at any point in time. Don't see a particular situation and you think that's the end for you. No. Have an open mind. Give chance to change. Give chance to growth. Give chance to development. Develop yourself. Give chance to discovery. Discover yourself. Give an open mind. You know, when you go to school and then at the beginning you say you want to become this, then when you get now to high school you change, you get to university you change, because of the circumstances surrounding you. That's what makes you make the choices or the decisions that you make for yourself. That's why I said keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. And this stage of my life that I am in now, I won't say I have gotten exactly to where I want to be, but I would say I am far more better than where I was before. Far more better, because I laid everything at the altar of God and I let him do all that he wants to do for my life. And he used my husband to do that for me. Sincerely, maybe if it weren't him, maybe I wouldn't have been able to discover myself. He's giving me the opportunity to fly. He's giving me the opportunity to discover myself too. He told me, I said, dig up yourself, try yourself and prove yourself. You know, when God said, try me and prove me, he told me, try yourself and prove yourself. That which you cannot do, I'll push you. That which you think you are not able to do, you will discover that you are able to do it. So at this point, I should say I'm in a stage in my life where I'm discovering myself, I'm building myself, I'm growing myself, and I'm building my identity as Raisa. I'm building my identity. I want to be known as Raisa. So my life doesn't end in the vision board that I created before. I don't know if you understand. It doesn't end in the vision board that we were creating before. There's a brand new vision board with a lot of aspirations, a lot of growth. In fact, I'm blabbing too much, but the point of this video is have an open mind, because God helped me to have an open mind, and here I am today growing. and growing to a better place. Anyways guys, if you've been watching this video to this point, thank you so much for watching. Do give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, share my videos, and leave your thoughts in the comment section. How has your vision board been? Growing up, how was your vision? Did it change, or what you started with is actually what you ended up with right now? Or are you still in the process of discovering yourself, or how is it moving, or how is it working for you? Because no two people can ever actually have the exact same thing. So leave your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.